Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. India is in the cusp of a very interesting phase right now, and everyone seems to be thinking it's great news, good news. India's population seems to be expanding and growing. Our youth population, especially, seems to be almost touching a billion now. We're almost 900 million, and China's problems seems to be piling on and on. And recently, it's come out the population for the first time, Chinese population has shrunk, giving India the lead baton in the relay race, that's the world population, where India will be heading to be number one position, pole position, as they say. And but it's not all good news, is it, Anand?
No, India has become the most populous country in the world. People think that it happened a couple of years back, though it's confirmed this year,
Correct.
with Chinese births being less than Chinese deaths. So, with China producing less people, and also that the main cause for this is the one child policy they introduced in 1980 has caused a dramatic fall in the demography of China.
Correct.
Now, India has always advocated a two-child policy and it did a lot of family planning. But over a period of time, the people on their own have moved to a one-plan family. So, India is like a double hump camel. That is, there are two Indias. Now, don't look at India as one country.
True.
The south of India, that is Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, especially Tamil Nadu and Kerala, and parts of Andhra and Telangana, are well below the fertility rate. That is, their replacement rate is 2 per
It's shrinking.
2 per couple. It's now 1.35. So, if you look at Tamil Nadu as a state by itself, its population would have started to decline, or will
Start declaring.
soon start to declining. That is, within 10 years, it will start to decline
We become
if
China.
if you don't allow immigrations. But the problem for the solution for India, Tamil Nadu, is more North Indians will come in, more UP, Bihar, and Jharkhand, West Bengal, where the growth is happening. We will be a sponge absorbing people, especially in the lower level jobs. In China, what has happened is a uniform fall across the place.
True.
And when this news came out yesterday, all baby related stocks fell 10 to 12% in China.
True.
Okay. Like Japan, which has been undergoing this for 10 years,
Yes.
China is now entering a long term irreversible trend line.
Very true.
So it's not easy to reverse it for the next 10, 15 years because you have tuned them so much that kids don't want to marry, kids don't want to have children, and people, there are even dinks in China. It's a double income, no kids is a growing phenomenon in China. So this has a big news to the world in the sense that immediately what can be automated will be automated, but what cannot be automated is the Chinese factory gate inflation that is biting the West,
Correct.
where human labor is required,
Very true.
right? And therefore, what we call as dependency ratio is going to hurt China. Dependency ratio is number of adults to number of children. You have working age population. The working age of population of China is set to decline very quickly. It's not declining yet,
But it
but
will.
it will decline
10
and
years is a
decline
very short period.
per time. Okay, there is also a dramatic decline in the amount of people, white girls who are of childbearing age.
Very
So
true.
that is between 15 and 49 is considered a childbearing age. The amount of women in that has dramatically declined. So it is not as if that they decide to have more children, they can reverse the trend. I don't think it can be reversed for another 2 decades at least. So this is reality, and so the Chinese economy will GDP is nothing but a sum total of all the population,
True.
and therefore population and their revenue. So GDP growth for China will decline, and instead of 5.5 it was 3. This is because of COVID. There may be a sharp bounce from it, but the trend line will decline and come to the global average of 2 to 3. It will become like Europe.
Very true.
So, and what is sad for China is China has become middle age, has aged before it became a rich country.
Very true.
China is a middle income country. It's not a rich country by per capita income, and it will age before it becomes wealthy. Europe and America became wealthy. The other major advantage for America is it can attract immigrants from all over the world at will.
Country is an open society.
It's an open society, whereas this is a closed society. If a Chinese embassy opens here, you are not going to see queue standing outside to go
No,
into
within
China.
China itself, labor cannot freely move. The Chinese people themselves cannot freely move within China.
So there is not going to be any queue outside the Chinese
No,
embassy. The queue is going to be outside the American embassy.
true.
So as a percentage of population also, times of population, today China is 4.5 times US. It is expected to reach 3.5 times US. This means all these rosy projections you made that China will become the largest economy and continue to dominate the world
Hmm.
is not going to happen. China may still go out ahead of America and become the number one economy, but it's going to stagnate. And look what happened to Japan. Japan was supposed to be the new US, and once they started declining in population, all sorts of problems came up in China.
True.
In Japan, you are going to have the same problem. The Chinese government has made another mistake. They have built huge swaths of property and empty cities, thinking that is the
Ghost
future,
cities, yes.
ghost cities of China. But you are today not going to have a population to occupy the cities. So the property boom is going to come to a bust. So how will China stimulate consumption? Because China has been an investment-led growth country. So people play property and other things, and construction was big business.
True.
Now, like Evergrande, you will have more construction companies going bust.
Very true.
Even if the government pays the bills, who is going to occupy it and make it meaningful? So, property business is in doubt. All retail business is in doubt. Business, baby food, baby products, and is in doubt. And this will seep into schools. There will be empty schools and all that kind of thing.
True.
It is going to be a terrible thing that you are not a rich country, but you are going to suffer all the problems that are there. Medical care is going to be a big issue for the geriatrics. You won't have the facilities to do that. When you're coming back to India, India's experience will be more muted because you have a double hump camel. Even North Indians are even now talking of population control. The South will be the sponge which absorbs more and more people from the North. So India is not going to have this problem for the next 25, 30 years. You and I will be long gone by the time this problem comes to India.
Okay, but my question is this. What you said is absolutely true about China, and what you're saying about India, the North and South is also true. But don't you think our government is just not creating enough jobs? There's going to be because as it is right now, India's as of December, our unemployed number is standing at 8.3, while yours is at 3 point something, and there seems to be a lack of opportunity for Indians right now in the current environment.
The
Our government is
problem
not doing enough to create these opportunities and these low-paying jobs.
in Tamil Nadu, at least where I live, there is no shortage of jobs. The people who are available are not simply skilled enough to do the jobs that are available. Like my friend Partha lives just off Madras in a village. If you take away the high income people who are 5 families, the average income of a family is 11,000 rupees. Now I thought that was not possible just outside Madras, but that is happening just outside Madras. They are unable to do the work that is available with them. Like we know from our own industry, editors are in a big shortage. We are not able to find editors, but there are not enough young kids who want to be editors at this point of time.
But that's what everyone's saying, that we focus too much on engineering school, that we waysided creative jobs and liberal arts in our education.
Not only that,
Do we need to pivot?
and even
Is it
Tamil
time
Nadu,
that creative industry gets its share?
not only creative, even basic, like a plumber's son is an engineer who does not know how to do plumbing.
Correct.
So plumbing would have been a better option than
Not
studying.
everybody cannot be engineer.
Not everybody can be engineer, and plumbing will pay more than an engineer today.
Then what do you think about this other thing where they're saying the female participation in our economy?
Tamil Nadu is also bad. The
Wait,
rest
let
of
me just
India
tell you
is
the numbers. In 2005, there was 26% where women were participating in our economy. That has dropped down dramatically to 19% of 2021. This doesn't
this
sound
is
very
really
nice.
bad because
Hmm.
in Tamil Nadu also,
Hmm.
you are having cases where ladies are capable of working and are not working.
So, how do we address all these issues? One being to make sure these low-paying jobs, which
No,
are
no, it
available
is
down
not.
south, get filled up.
No, no, I see it as a different way.
Hmm.
The I see it differently in the sense that
Hmm.
the state has to play an enabling role. But the problem in a democracy is,
Hmm.
yeah, I get elected if I do freebies
Hmm.
and I give promises tomorrow.
Hmm.
But no government in power
Hmm.
has the flexibility to think long in terms of long-term solutions. You need to change your education system. There's no point doing BSc Physics anymore or BSc Maths anymore.
Hmm.
Instead, creative editing is a better job.
Hmm.
So maybe you need to have an apprentice course.
Hmm. So you do feel that these issues which we do have in our labor force can be tackled easily.
Can not easily.
Hmm.
It can be tackled with proper policy
So you're
intervention.
telling me you have confidence in our current government to tackle these issues?
I do not think the current government is doing this, but more than the central government, it's at the level of the state that this needs to be addressed.
These needs to be addressed. So there is a disparity you see with the way the states are handling in the north and the way the
Of
states are
course, there's a
handling.
big disparity, and also you have to understand,
Hmm.
and we will discuss this tomorrow or day after the Oxfam report.
Hmm.
The left is playing it up,
Correct.
but it is not so bad in the sense that most of the money which you say to the rich are all notional values
Hmm.
in stock market.
Hmm.
The moment if Ratan Tata sells his own Tata holdings,
Hmm.
the price of Tata Steel will crash further.
Very true.
Right. So that's not the correct valuation.
Very true.
But there are some big issues
Hmm.
in terms of income inequality in India, in Tamil Nadu, everywhere that needs to be addressed like tomorrow. The rich have to be paid more. The rich have to pay more taxes,
Hmm.
and the lower classes and the middle income have to pay lesser taxes. That is the first step to any solution in India.
Okay. Anyway, as Anand said, tomorrow we'll take up the next topic and explain what is this Oxfam report all about and what is Anand's opinion on it.
Thank you for watching Beerage. If you like this content, hit the like button of the video, press the subscribe button of my channel, and turn on the bell notification. Thank you for supporting Beerage. I have a further request to make. You please forward this video to your friends and relatives and persuade them to take a look. Once again, I thank you for your support for Beerage. I want to thank all of you for supporting our event in Oman with great enthusiasm. A lot of people turned up in Oman, and a place where I don't have much influence. I wish to thank all of you for your support. The next event is going to be in Qatar, Doha. The event is scheduled for the last week of January. Those who would like to meet me in person in Qatar, Doha, or come to our event in Doha can send their request to the mail ID given below or contact the WhatsApp number flashing on the screen. My team will respond to you. See you in Qatar in the last week of Jan. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to brechenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.